and welcome to this week's golf betting preview of the BMW Championship at Olympia Fields, where the top 70 players in the FedExCup rankings are all vying to progress in the top 30 to next week's Tour Championship finale at Eastlake. Straight to the betting, and my main selection is Dustin Johnson at 8-1. The new world number one has immense credentials after lapping the field last week to win the Northern Trust by a staggering 11 shots. He absolutely blew away the field, shooting 30 under par and narrowly missing out on a 59 in the second round. Johnson was in a class of his own. He had a return of 18.14 strokes gained tee to green. Staggering statistics. Listen to this. He hit 90.3% of greens in regulation during the week. That was almost 10% more than his nearest challenger in this statistic. He also hit all 18 greens of regulation in the final round, and this was Johnson at his very best. Speaking afterwards, he said he feels he's back to the form he showed in 2017 when he won 3 successive tournaments, and who would bet against him going back to back this week? The world number one should be extremely comfortable at Olympia Fields. It's a par 70 which shares many similarities with the recent TPC Harding Park used at the PGA Championship. He went so close to major glory there, and he should go one better this week. I can see Johnson landing successive victories to consolidate his position at the top of the world rankings, and he is a strong fancy at 8-1. Next best, Collin Morikawa at 22-1. Now, we were on Morikawa when he delivered a stunning victory at the PGA Championship just a few weeks ago, and I wouldn't put it past Morikawa from landing another win this week. He heads to a course where he's extremely familiar with. He has the advantage of having competed at Olympia Fields back in 2018 in a college event. He led going into the final round, was ultimately pipped, but he finished second, and he's sure to head back here to Illinois with positive vibes. It's worth noting that all 3 of his victories have come on a power bent grass green combination, just like the players will face this week at Olympia Fields. Now, the flusher ranks second this season with strokes gained approaching the green and third for tee to green. Compelling combination this, and his long game security means he should be in the shake-up this week. Don't worry about the fact that he missed the cut last week. The last time he missed the cut, he went on to win the very next event at the Workday Charity Open at Muirfield Village. So, Morikawa, we have a player who rebounds strongly after a setback. He will not be worried by a sluggish display at TPC Boston. I expect Morikawa to be close to his best this week, and he is a confident fancy at 22-1. Next up of my 4 selections, we've got Kevin Kisner at 40-1. The American comes in this week with red-hot form after 3rd at the Wyndham Championship and 4th place at last week's Northern Trust. Kisner is 35 under par for his last 2 events, and this is a lethal combination in his short game. 15th for strokes gained putting this season and 14th for scrambling. The neat and tidy American should be in the shake-up this week. He's very close to booking his spot at Eastlake. He can finalise it with a strong performance in contention this week just outside Chicago. And my final pick is Matt Wolff at 50-1. We were on Wolff, of course, last week at TPC Boston. He didn't quite deliver profits there, but he showed promising signs, and I would suggest the American is worth sticking with again this week. He produced 3 good rounds at the Northern Trust. He was undone by a very disappointing 3rd round, but he finished the tournament strongly, and I'd expect Wolff to rebound and build on the positives from last week. Of course, we're likening this track to TPC Harding Park, and that bodes well because he played superbly in California to finish 4th on his major debut just a few weeks ago at the PGA Championship, where his ball striking was outstanding. A return to Olympia Fields is only going to bring back really positive vibes for the powerful American, as he won the Olympia Fields Fighting Illinois Invitational in 2018 when he just got the better of his adversary, Collin Morikawa. These two players are likely to dominate golf over the coming decade. They're likely to be in the battle many times, and I could easily see Morikawa and Wolff battling out in contention this weekend. Wolff's ball striking is really coming to the fore, and he's pushing for a second PGA Tour title. Don't be surprised if it comes this week. 50-1. He's in there as another confident selection. Quick recap. Sees favourite Dustin Johnson at 8-1, the main bet for this week's preview, followed by Collin Morikawa at 22-1. Kevin Kisner at 40s and Matt Wolff at 50-1. Best of luck with your bets this week. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos in the coming weeks, including next week's finale at the Tour Championship. And enjoy the action. See you next week.